Hello and welcome to the BVB update for September 12th. I'm Stefan Butzko, and in this format I cover Borussia Dortmund news and other shenanigans. And I hope you all had a great weekend and enjoyed the football free time, because nothing obviously happened. But yeah, in all seriousness, there are some news to cover today. And yeah, I'm just not going to mention the Leipzig game because I do not want to talk about it. So I'm just going to move on to what Borussia Dortmund are going to do during the winter break. And as you can see here, BVB are going to travel to Southeast Asia during the World Cup break. And it says in the article that the tour will run from November 21st to the 1st of December and take place in Singapore, Indonesia and Vietnam, which obviously is great news for fans in that area. And yeah, I hope if you're from Singapore, Indonesia or Vietnam, or you know, in the vicinity, that you can enjoy Borussia Dortmund in first person. And yeah, with that we move on to what Manuel Akanji said today in Blick, the big Swiss newspaper. And he of course was talking about his move to Manchester City and his time before that at Dortmund, and that he struggled a little bit. And yeah, first of all, he refuted the allegations that he was looking for too much money, because there were reports that he was asking for about 13 million euros per year. I'm sure he is not earning peanuts. Yeah, he said about the time at Dortmund in the last stages, quote, "It was not an easy time for me. I was part of the team and had a running contract. I was focused and continued to put in the effort in training, but the performance did no longer count. I sat in the stands no matter how well I trained." And there were some headlines saying that Manuel Akanji criticized Borussia Dortmund. I don't think that's a criticism at all. He's just saying what happened, and I can understand it wasn't easy for him, but at the same time Dortmund had to make sure that he would not get injured. And considering how easily it is for Borussia Dortmund players to get injured, yeah, it was, I think, a wise decision to not risk that. And so, yeah, make sure that Borussia Dortmund would still recoup a transfer fee for Akanji. And yeah, now we shall meet again on Wednesday when Akanji will face Borussia Dortmund as a Manchester City player. And another ex-Dortmund player gave an interview to Sportbild about his reasons to leave the club. And he said, quote, "For me, it was time to go because I still feel very fit and want to play. When I moved from FC Augsburg to Borussia Dortmund in 2018, my clear goal was to become number one. I worked toward that goal for 2.5 years and was the regular goalkeeper for 6 months in 2021. I was very proud and of course also disappointed when it was clearly signaled to me in the summer of 2021 that I would no longer be number one." And then lastly, he said, "My goal was no longer achievable. And if you as an athlete don't have a goal anymore, even though you're in physical top shape, then you have to leave." And yeah, that is obviously logical. And Borussia Dortmund have found alternatives with Alexander Meyer and Lotka. So I think Dortmund are very well set on the goalkeeper position. And with that, we can move on. Lastly, another ex-player having a couple of quotes on playing in the Westfalenstadion, and of course talking about Jude Bellingham. So here it goes.
Very, very good. I have only good memories from that city, from that stadium, and from that club. I respect them very, very much. It's an honest team in many regards, kind of like Sevilla. You know, is very local in its roots and have a big connection with the local fans and not just international fans. And yeah, I'm looking forward actually to play a Champions League game with the full spectators in Signal Iduna, for example, because during my time, UEFA didn't allow the full capacity. So in that regard, something new for me.
Yeah, Thomas Delaney obviously did play in the sold-out Westfalenstadion many times for and against Dortmund. Against Dortmund with Bremen, of course. But he also talked about Jude Bellingham.
He's a good kid. I mean, he's very hungry. He's a big talent. I greatly admire his qualities, and he has that edge that I think you need to hit the top level. I mean, I love to play beside him. I think I'll hate to play against him because he's annoying. He's on the edge all the time, trying to provoke and get you out of your zone. So in that regard, it will be interesting to meet him again, because I recall him as being a team player that will do everything for the team and go over the line and everything. And I imagine as an opponent, he's very, very annoying. He's a good kid.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham obviously did react to that, saying that Thomas Delaney is some guy with a heart. And yeah, with that, I'm signing off for today. One last thing right now. For whatever reason, we have problems with the Yellow Wall Pod. It's somehow not getting included into the Apple podcast feed. So if you're looking for our podcast and can't find it, yeah, please make sure to look for the alternative podcatchers, because I honestly have no idea what the reason for that is. I'm going to look into it, and yeah, tomorrow there's going to be another quick podcast looking forward to the Manchester City game away to Manchester, which will indeed take place on Wednesday night. So look out for that, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.